Монгол Улсын хөгжлийн банк Японы дотоод зах зээл дээр 30 тэрбум yen бондыг амжилттай арилжаад байгаа. Тэгвэл Самара бондын талаар гадаадын хөрөнгө оруулагчид ямар бололтойд байгаа болохыг стратегик партнерын хөрөнгө оруулалтын компани захирал Iwasaki Yuji-гийн студид урьж авчираад байна. Welcome to the Money Flow.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah, first of all, recently Development Bank of Mongolia issued 30 billion yen worth Samara bond. And what do you think about the yield of 1.52%?
Yes. So first of all, thank you very much inviting me during such good timing while Davos meeting is being held. As you mentioned, that first of all, the Samurai bond issued by DBM, it was issued last month, and my view is that it was quite well accepted by Japanese investors. And the rate was yen swap rate plus 60 basis. And size is equivalent to US 300 million, and guaranteed by Mongolian government together with JBIC. And I understand that it was about 2 times of subscription and joint book by Nomura and Daiwa. So those investors, who invested into this bond, they are buy and hold and good investors. Most of them, our main investors, regional banks, and Shinkin, it's a little bit smaller than regional bank, and life insurance companies. So I think that to summarize, it's quite well accepted.
Yeah, Mongolia has new investment law effective for 3 months. And in your experience, is Mongolian investment environment changing to the better side?
I hope so, but so far I haven't had anything particular, because of the changes of the Mongolian law. But theoretically, it must be a good sign. But moreover, I think the important thing is that the implementation of the law, how these changes of the, amendment of the law implement actually for some investment. For instance, I think the Oitorgoi deal is one of the main issue for this country. And negative point is that the underground mine is stopped. So I think President Elbegdorj has to explain to the global investors at Davos about his idea how Mongolia solve this issue. And I hope that this issue will be settled as soon as possible.
Yeah, on the other side, economic effects and emergence of investment by Japanese to frontier markets will help Japanese investors to look for opportunity in Mongolia as well. And however risk remains, what do you think are the key factors influencing Japanese investors' decision?
Yes, this is not only for Japanese investors, but important thing is that a proper legal framework. So as you mentioned, that amendment of the foreign investment law, this is one of the very positive signs. And also, not only legal framework, but also, as I said, the implementation, as I said, and transparency of the government and the politics, and also, as I said, that implement how quickly Mongolian people and the government and the company are ready to develop those investment opportunity. So those are, I think, are quite important thing for Japanese and global investors.
Yeah, favorable bilateral relation makes it easier for Japanese investors. But why have many Japanese investors failed in Mongolia in the past?
Not only we failed, as you know that there are very good examples like Hanbank and Mobicom. Those are quite good investment by Japanese companies, and they are quite successful. And Japanese companies and people, we are not so much familiar with mining industry. So that's why we haven't made a big investment to the mining industry so far. But as I said, it's not always we are failing. We had a very good success story.
Yeah, and what will be important to avoid the Japanese, important to attract more Japanese investors?
So as I said, I think there are 2 types of investment strategy. One is for mid-term and long-term strategy, and the other one is short-term strategy. And the long-term is obviously we have to explain about the mineral-rich country as Mongolia. But investors already know that there are much mineral and resource opportunities. So as I said, how to implement, how to realize, and how to return their investment. So particularly President Elbegdorj, he has to make a good presentation to global investors at Davos meeting.
What challenges faced foreign investors to looking for Mongolia?
So as I said, that the stability of the politics, and this is, I think Rio Tinto didn't expect that underground mine is suspended. So this sort of things is challenges. So as I said, it's repeating that legal framework and transparency is very important.
Yeah, finally, what do you think about of the Ernest Townlaw and other Mongolian companies listing at Tokyo Stock Exchanges?
You said the Taban Tolgoi,
yeah,
for instance. Yes, I think the Taban Tolgoi is another very important topic which we have to talk. But currently, I think we have to wait because coal price is still very low. But in future, of course, it is possible. But as I said, mining is not so much familiar to Japanese people. So particularly this kind of Taban Tolgoi big deal, I think it's maybe better to go to London and Hong Kong Stock Exchange. But the other one, like for instance, Mobicom or Hanbank, those are quite familiar to Japanese people. So they may be able to come to Japanese stock market.
Thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to with you talking about that issues.
No, my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Бидэнтэй Самара бондыг өгөөж болоод хөрөнгө оруулагчдын нөхцөл байдлын талаар стратегик партнер компани хөрөнгө оруулалтын компани захирал Iwasaki Yuji ярилцлаа.